Hi, folks. Just a quick note before you watch this video. We have been a little bit behind on our uploads. It's all Heidi's fault.
What?
It's all your fault.
I didn't.
It's not her fault. It's actually my MacBook Pro's fault. No offense to Mac lovers out there, but having an issue with my logic board, which affected my ability to do
Any editing whatsoever.
Anything. So I built a PC. Never done that before. Slapped those parts together. Couldn't get Windows installed. That took a day. Lots of issues there. And then finally got that going, and everything seemed to be going well until I realized I had to figure out how to get all the files from one thing into another thing, and I'm already days and days behind. So you will see this intro probably on the next few videos, but it's just to let you know that we're aware of the delay. We're sorry for the delay. Heidi's very sorry for the delay. Basically, we're going to make it up to you by catching up really quickly. We're going to be throwing out a lot of stuff. And we've done some stuff that we've never done before. And you'll get to see that too. But we're keeping that mum for right now.
Yes.
Because it's going to take a little bit longer of an editing process than some other things. And once we finish up with class, which is coming really quickly, we've got some other shows that we're looking at doing for you. So,
yes.
Be sure and let us know what shows you want us to react to, because if there's something that we're interested in seeing, we might just do it. Anyway, that's enough for an apology. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thank you. We really do appreciate each and every one of you.
Hi, folks. Welcome back to Pop Pop Fizzle. I'm Jeff.
I'm Heidi.
And we are back with Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. As you know, we are in our 7th and final season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've lost count of how many episodes we are in. This is 8, I believe. This is number 8.
Yes, that sounds right.
And if past 7 issues, I'm a comic book fan, can you tell? If the past 7 episodes have held any clues to what we can expect from this episode, then I would imagine that we're still going to be in the 80s. Because we were in the 80s last week.
Yeah.
Last week was called The Excellent Adventures of Mac and the D.
Really hated. I mean, it was absolutely on point, spot on for an 80s sort of episode, but like
Sure.
cringy.
A little part of Chopping Mall, a little part of the A-Team, a little part of every action film in the 80s ever. We had the getting ready for battle montage. We had all the 80s stuff. It was great. A little bit of Short Circuit, a little bit of Battlestar Galactica.
So
I mean,
great.
there was so much of everything 80s in there. It was a lot of fun. I am very excited to see where we go this week.
Yeah.
There have been a couple of things spoiled for me, but not in the kind of way that I could put it together in my head in any kind of fashion.
Yeah.
Just like a picture here and a thing here and a question there and whatever. So I'm going into this pretty blind. I am very anxious to see this episode.
Yeah, I'm actually very unspoiled for all of this. Anytime I'm watching anybody on Twitter or anything like that, if I see them start even try to say anything about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I
slap them.
No, I click away real fast.
Oh, okay.
Like I scroll, like I spin away. I'm like,
if you've learned how to slap somebody via Twitter, I would love to know how to do that, because almost everything I read on Twitter deserves a slap.
Yeah, I'll tell you, like somebody.
And I don't mean the slap your hands, clap back stuff. I mean like an actual I want somebody to be looking at their phone as they're texting something or tweeting something stupid. I want my hand to come out like a Looney Tunes cartoon and just go pop and then no. Or just like maybe a hand with a newspaper like you do with the dog.
Yeah, what? Roll it up. No.
Let's back to the show. I thoroughly enjoyed last week's episode. I'm very curious to see where we land here, and we're running out of episodes. We need to see Fett soon.
We do.
We need to solve this time travel conundrum very soon.
We do.
And we need to know kind of, how things are going to end with our crew.
I really want everyone to have, even if I know that there's no such thing as every last person having a happy ending, I want them to have at least a good ending. So like if it's not the happiest, at least it's a good, like it paid off, like feeling for this person, this character. I want it to be a good ending at least.
And being that they're, that this is a my brain just went blank. Given that this is a mutant enemy production, it could end with a lot of people dying.
It could, yeah. They tend to make that the ending for people that we don't.
Kind of a Whedon hallmark.
It really is
dying in bad ways, kind of thing.
Especially at the end of a series.
Sure, people could lose eyes.
Yes.
People get shot randomly.
Or
people could go evil.
Cut straight through the torso.
Yeah. Have the skin ripped off them. There could be all kinds of things.
All sorts of ways to be killed in the Whedonverse.
Right.
So this still counts as part of it.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see where we're going next and how this leads into whatever time we're going to be in next time. So hopefully we'll get answers to all of that in this episode. Ready?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Here we go. Now, before we jump in, this is what you can do for us. If you like content like this, you need to hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. That helps us out. You guys are kind of getting beaten every week by the people watching Stargirl. I know it's not a competition, except it is. And got a lot more people watching those reactions than watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a shame because I love both shows. Yeah. But the Stargirl fans are really showing up to watch those reactions.
They are.
So if you like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and you know other people do, send them links to this so that you can get them on board and we can watch those numbers go up. We don't make any money doing this. We're just having fun doing this because we love the show. Yeah. And if you want to see the full reaction to this, where can they go?
Patreon.
Patreon's $5. You get access to everything that we do. You'll just have to provide your own copy of the show.
You'll get to watch me dance. I feel like anytime any music is played that I even like a little bit, I'm dancing to it. And Jeff has to cut it out for the fair use.
Of course, yeah. But someday there may be a whole musical reaction. We could just burst into song for no good reason. What?
I don't think we'll spontaneously burst into song.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
We're in Texas. Anything could spontaneously burst at any point. Anyway, we're going to jump into the show. You can jump down to the comments afterwards and let us know what you think. Yeah. But for now, let's watch together.
Okay. Oh, 30 seconds. Let me go back out there. I'll stay behind.
No, you'll be stranded too.
I need another data point, but there may be a pattern to these jumps.
Why are we jumping at all? The Chronicons are gone.
The damage from the missile must have triggered a spontaneous power surge.
This isn't Fitz?
No. We're jumping to the same latitude and longitude. Fitz always places in specific locations.
Thank goodness for that.
How much time? How much?
6 months.
It's September.
Ooh.
Welcome back, everyone.
Okay.
So what's wrong?
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah. Super cool.
So this is what we're dealing with. We've lost control of the time drive. At this rate, the Zephyr will collapse into a space-time singularity in 2 days.
Oh, that's neat.
Or relatively speaking, 20 minutes.
We're coming again now?
Think of it like a stone skipping along the surface of a pond. The jumps and the time we spend in any given time period are getting exponentially shorter.
We would if we could reach it. The field is cycling at a rate of 49 pulses per second.
Ooh.
And it appears to disintegrate anything it touches.
Oh, neat.
So we need to find a way to slow down those pulses.
Or move fast enough to go between them.
The drive's not the only thing that's broken. If that Shrike hadn't taken away my power, then maybe...
What can you do?
Simmons, do you have any other theories as to what happened to you?
Poor Susan's just trying to catch up.
But I just don't know enough about inhuman biology to...
My mom does.
Daisy, you should be resting.
And
I'm okay.
yeah, her mom's alive in this time.
1983, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's still being put together.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait till I was all here.
Things are pretty dire right now. Mac wants you to weigh in.
Good thing you built my head before my legs.
Yeah.
The time drive is malfunctioning. We can try to fix it, but our best chance.
Disturbs the timeline? Just a guess?
We should land cloaked and approach on foot. The last time Jiang Yang saw Quinjet, she started a war.
Copy that.
How did you know my name? I was told to find you. My name is Elena. I'm an Inhuman. I need your help.
Yeah, so she's not. If she's not inhuman, then yeah. Ha.
Ha ha.
Ha ha.
Oh. It's a prosthetic.
Oh yeah.
Haha.
Oh yeah.
Something took away her gift. If that's really possible, then I need to know how.
Ow.
This is how she gets her porcupine powers.
Yes. No.
Don't get too bent out of shape. Once we cure Elena, we'll forget we ever found this place.
I decide when you leave, not you.
Do you keep a lot of prisoners here? Like that woman we saw running away from you.
She's none of your concern.
Why? What did you do to her?
Ooh. Oh, she froze. Or... Oh, interesting.
I was curious to see if your friend made any progress. Seems not.
Have a good night.
Lock, triple lock.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
If she doesn't hand over some sort of magic pill by the morning...
Yeah, we're out of here.
We should be able to cut the power to the time drive now. Stand back. There's gonna be a big surge of electricity. Electricity's dangerous, so...
Do I look like a Neanderthal to you?
I spent time with a tribe of Neanderthals. Agent Sousa does not resemble one. He lacks the characteristic brow ridges.
Can we just push the button, please?
Has anybody tried unplugging it and plugging it back in again?
See and get us ready to abandon ship. Nana, it's not looking so good.
Only we had more.
Time?
We did a thorough search for any contaminants, foreign particles, pathogens. Nothing came up.
Huh.
I'm sorry, Elena, but your problem isn't physical. It's in your mind.
Oh.
So that's it? That's your theory? I'm not
It's a
making this
demon?
up.
A
This is
dancing
real.
demon?
The fact that it's psychological doesn't make it any less real.
We should go. She can't help me.
There may be another way. Can you feel her anxiety spiking?
You need to talk. Talk it out.
Huh.
You could guide her on an exploration of her emotional past.
Yo-Yo and May exploring feelings.
Exactly our thing.
They're really not.
If there's a chance it could work, don't you want to take it?
This is literally my worst nightmare.
Finally, we agree on something.
This will help strengthen the bond between your subconscious and your conscious mind.
It's hot cocoa.
Tequila.
Is that whiskey? And if so, I want a lot of it.
Ah, thank you. Much better. This works for both of them.
It's good. It's good.
As
This
soon
works
as I
for
said
both
it.
of us.
As soon as I said it.
Beat me.
Really? I want to ready the parachutes.
I mean, that's fair.
I can try.
He does know we don't have parachutes, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. This thing's like a space time craft. Parachute's not really a thing.
Prosthetics have come a long way since the 1950s.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
I was unfair to you back in '73.
No,
No, you weren't.
we pulled you out of time. You just wanted to go home.
Still not an excuse. Guess we're all in the same boat now.
It's actually a time ship.
Which reminds me, something I have to do.
Eso es todo lo que tenemos.
I think the point of this ridiculous exercise is to forgive yourself for it.
We didn't do anything. Cora did this herself.
How is this possible?
Ever since she went through the mists, she's been unable to control her gift. Holding in all that energy causes her intense pain.
She's nearly destroyed Afterlife a dozen times.
That's why we were so eager to help Elena. If there were a way to take away someone's gift, we had to know.
Oh. Hello.
Cora, you don't have to die today.
It's Joker again.
What would you call this place? A commune? A cult? Or is it a prison?
It's my home.
We're in a narco-syndicalist commune.
Really did a number
We
on
take
you.
it in turns.
They tell you you belong so that they get you to follow their rules. And you are above that now. You are too powerful for that.
Take this. We're under attack. And we're running out of time.
Fitz, I don't know if you'll ever get this. Time, space. It's never stopped us before.
Aw.
And I won't stop trying. I love you.
I've been holding it in for so long. Trying to be what you wanted. To be something I'm not.
I only wanted what was best for you.
Get us out of here! Now!
Oh.
Come on, hurry up.
You can come with us.
What?
But I can't guarantee that it'll be any safer.
I can't leave my people behind to die.
The intervals will only get shorter after that. We are mere moments away from catastrophic failure.
Thanks, Enoch.
Well, that's very comforting. Thank you, Enoch.
Wow. Yeah, May.
You're late.
That was about as close as I could get.
Tell me some.
That's cool, the after image.
Yeah.
Wait, what's happening?
Yep. What is happening?
It didn't work.
All right, and that will do it for the latest episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Heidi, your thoughts?
Okay, so I really, really enjoyed this episode, but as I was thinking about this last, like, maybe 10 minutes of the episode, it's entirely possible that Cora is not Daisy's sister. You know, she could be somebody that her mom collected at some point as a young girl.
And raised, yeah.
Yeah, and raised. So it's entirely, because, I mean, she calls her by her name. Jayun? Jayun. Yeah, so she calls her by her name. So it may be she could be an aunt. She could be she could be nobody at all. She could just be somebody who raised her. So we don't know that for sure.
This is true.
Okay, so love May and Yo-Yo sparring. That was fantastic.
Yeah, and much more true to who they are as characters than the touchy-feely, getting in touch with their feelings stuff.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Which makes, May having this empathic ability convenient, but also the best way for... I don't think anybody else having that empathic ability would help Yo-Yo as much as it being May having it.
Yes.
So...
That's true. I think other people might have annoyed Yo-Yo more. So
Nathaniel continues to show up to be a douche nozzle.
Yeah. What is he our big bad, or is he like the little bad before the big bad?
Well, I mean, he's in league with the Chronicom, so I guess he's a bad.
I'm annoyed and bored by him. Like, just fight already.
I guess, yeah.
So
definitely curious about where they're going to land next, if they land next, and how long down the timeline that will be, and what kind of anarchy he's created
in the meantime. Yeah. Would it be in the UK?
Maybe. I'm curious about the next episode, and I haven't seen any previews or any spoilers for the next episode, but I'm curious about if this time engine is wonky. Could it be a Doctor Who kind of thing where they're like stuck in between times? They're stuck out of time, and maybe that could be how Fitz gets re-involved. That he has to. That he got Gemma's message, and he has to figure out how to get to them wherever they got stuck.
Yeah, so that he can be there.
Which will expose him and put him in danger.
Right, but the thing is, if they're not in time, then he can be there, help them fix that, visit, and then pop away, and then they could rejoin the time stream.
Well, this is true too, I guess.
Yeah. So,
I'm curious. I think it would be funny if you know, the way that they said that, and of course we haven't had a lot to go on, but the way that she talked about Fitz in that little bit that we got is that he's in danger, and she made it sound like he's behind enemy lines almost, and I'm curious where he could be.
When he could be.
Where and when he could be, that is
why he could be.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yes. What position could he be in that puts him both in danger, but also in a position to see and understand what they need to do? Yeah. Because she said he's positioning them.
Yeah.
Where they need to be.
He always positioned them.
So he has to be in the future at some point to know where to put them in the past, right?
I mean, he could have his own Sybil.
I suppose.
I mean, the Chronicons are machines. Maybe that was another. She might be one of a set that he might have access to. So maybe he has his own Sybil where he's reading the things that are happening.
Maybe.
Or maybe he is a Sybil.
But I'm definitely curious about how that's going to come into play. Them giving us a little bit more this episode and having her leave him a message says to me that he's probably coming back really soon.
Oh, I can't wait! We need him in this series.
That's right.
We do in this series, this season.
Interesting that Daisy had no interaction with her mother.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she couldn't.
Well, I mean, she could. Her mother wouldn't know who she is at this point.
That's true, but yeah.
Just like Mac had an interaction with his parents. But yeah, that's interesting. I thought Coulson's dialogue to her about Sousa was interesting.
Yeah.
And I think already Sousa's just in a short amount of time a great addition to this team.
He is fantastic.
I like his interaction with all of them. I liked his interaction with Gemma this episode. I like that he's got a new leg. You got a new leg, Lieutenant Dane.
With Enoch, even he's not a Neanderthal.
Yeah,
love it.
But yeah, and I'm not the biggest Deke fan, but I liked him better in this episode for sure. And because I find that I like Deke the most when he's interacting with Fitz and Simmons.
I love that he calls her Nana.
Yeah, that's my favorite sort of thing for him. When he's left to his own devices, he gets a little annoying for me because I'm like, why would you ever allow this person on your team? Yes, he's smart, but why would you risk all of the things that you risk by putting a guy like that on your team? But when he's working with Fitz and Simmons, he gels really well. I like his interactions. Mm-hmm. And I think last week's episode, his connection to Mac and his big heart in order to like keep an eye on young Mac and to be there and all of that said a lot about his character that perhaps some of his sillier things don't. So I thought that went a long way into endearing him more to me anyway. Mm-hmm. I like this. We got to see everybody.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. See, when Mac said he'd be along or whatever, he like stayed behind. I'm like, you are not going to be the captain that goes down with the ship. You dare. And then when she said, oh, I don't have to bounce back, I'm like, oh my God, is she just going to like do it and then die right there? I was
worrisome things.
Very worried.
Worried about Coulson too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the weight of not being real that's starting to weigh on him, or if it's just, not feeling totally like himself, or not being sure what to make of. Like, I feel like a person, but I'm not a person. Don't know what to do with that. I mean, that would be weird.
That would be weird, but we'll see how he takes it, and yet another new body. So
hands down, and this may sound ridiculous, but as much as I love the MCU, I think Phil Coulson is one of my favorite characters of the MCU. Not just his movie parts, but this role in this series. To me, he's one of the
shorts too.
Yeah, but he's such a well-rounded character that you care for and root for, and just the earlier this afternoon or yesterday, I can't remember which, but Heidi and I were watching a clip from season 5, the final episode, where we had the fake out with Fitz's death and Coulson leaving the team, and just Clark Gregg saying his little toast about who's like us, to us, who's like us. That gets to me every time because I love Coulson's character and I love this team and this family that he's assembled. That to me is going to be the hard thing about this season coming to an end is they very much feel like a family, and we've been with them for 7 years.
Yeah.
And the ending of shows is always difficult. I think this one's going to be particularly difficult.
Yeah.
just because I've come to love Coulson and Fitzsimmons and Daisy and all these crazy characters. And even in the more recent times, Sousa and Enoch and Deke, and, you know, they're such a great family unit. It's going to be hard to say goodbye to them. Yeah. So I'm not going to focus on that for now. We still got, 5 episodes left?
If this was episode 8, 10, 11, 12, yes, 5.
Yeah, so we've still got 5 episodes left. Yeah, I'm holding out hope for happy endings.
Or at least good endings.
Good endings. And maybe leaving some room to see some people pop up in the MCU. I'd be okay with that.
That would be awesome.
Anyway, any other thoughts?
Not holding my breath for that, though.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
No, great episode. Cannot wait for next time.
Yeah, but we want you to jump down into the comments right now and let us know what you thought about this episode. We are definitely open. Now, don't spoil anything because you're watching this. You know, we're a little bit behind. We have to get the show. The show airs Wednesday. We don't get to watch it until usually Thursday at the earliest. So don't spoil anything if you see this next episode before we do. But I definitely want to hear your theories, your speculation as to where we're going to land by the end of the season, with the timeline, with where our characters are going to be, what kind of happy or otherwise ending you would like to see them have. Will Ward reappear? Who else might we see?
Yeah.
I definitely want to hear those kinds of theories and conjectures. I love that stuff.
Yeah, same.
Anyway, that's it for us this time. Be with us next time when we watch the next episode of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Until then, bye.